allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Eternal God, source of all virtues and talent, grant us all your blessings of peace and harmony. As you have given so generously to these graduates your gifts of wisdom and understanding and knowledge, support them with your courage, fortitude, and love. May they go forth under your powerful protection, that all humanity may be enriched by their good actions and by their very lives. We pray to you, who are Lord and God, forever and ever. Amen.
It is both an honor and a privilege as the senior class president to address my peers, the East Brunswick High School class of 1991. This class, the 30th that East Brunswick High School has graduated, has a unique personality, one that can pride itself for being the first graduating class of East Brunswick High School which has received the national recognition of being a blue ribbon high school. As East Brunswick High School has been recognized for its outstanding merits, we too, as the class of 1991, have been recognized among the best throughout the state and the nation. In the arts, the athletics, and the academics, we, the class of 1991, have been determined and successful in our personification of the school's motto by our ability to continuously achieve the most prestigious of honors. William Shakespeare once said, "Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them." These sentiments exemplify our class, the class of 1991. Each and every one of us has some special greatness to offer. In the past 10 months, we all have witnessed global events that reinforce the wonderful gift that education has afforded us. As John F. Kennedy stated, quote, "Our progress as a nation can be no swifter than our progress in education." As Americans, we can all hold our heads high with patriotism and thank those who made sacrifices for our great nation. It is this great nation, the United States of America, that offers us the opportunity to be educated and to be able to think freely. Without the freedom that our nation has fought for throughout the world, we would be unable to be here today to express ourselves as free-thinking, educated Americans. Former President Franklin D. Roosevelt expressed in a message to Congress, quote, we look forward to a world founded upon 4 essential human freedoms. The first is freedom of speech and expression everywhere in the world. The second is the freedom of every person to worship God in his own way everywhere in the world. The third is freedom from want everywhere in the world. And the fourth is freedom from fear anywhere in the world. We have collectively reached an educational milestone. Together, we have grown and contributed to one another's growth. It is now time for us to depart, and never again will every person graduating here today meet. With us, we each will carry at least 2 things that can never be taken away. The first of which is a wonderful education to build upon in the future. The second of which is memories and friendships always to be cherished. In parting, I leave you with this thought. Each and every one of us has something special to offer, but we are all entering a competitive world. Set high goals, then work diligently until you reach them. Don't stop along the path to success because you encounter an obstacle. Overcome the barriers and continue to strive to be better. Opportunities will be limited only if we're willing to settle for less. And forget that educational perseverance and hard work will project us to the top. A well-respected newspaper owner, Arthur Brisbane, once said, quote, the commonest form, one of the most often neglected, and the safest opportunity for the average man to seize is hard work. You will have the opportunity to reach the pinnacle of your chosen path of life. Don't quit until you've reached it. Goodbye, East Brunswick High School. Goodbye, class of 1991. Best of luck to all of you.
Members of the Board of Education, administration, faculty, parents, students, and honored guests, I am honored and pleased as a representative of the class of 1991 to be able to speak with you today about our changing world and the role that this graduating class may play in the future. We've been together as a class since the 8th grade, and in that short span of time, the world around us has drastically altered. We have witnessed many major events in just over a decade that have made a lasting impression and have complemented our education. We have seen love, hate, reason, insanity, intelligence, ignorance, calm, and terror in the world. When we were just beginning our academic careers, our country was involved in an oil crisis and later a hostage crisis that has kept the Middle East a seemingly endless trouble zone for U.S. foreign policy. We witnessed the hatred that still exists in the world with the assassinations of Sadat and the Gandhis, and were wrenched by the terrorist bombing of our own Marine barracks in Beirut. The elation we felt at the triumph of technology, exemplified in the first takeoff of the Space Shuttle Columbia, disappeared with the explosion of the Challenger, followed closely by the Chernobyl disaster. In our time in school, there have been 2 recessions, an economic boom, and a stock market crash. In the past 10 years, the Mets were able to win 1 World Series and the Giants 2 Super Bowls. For the Yankees, Nets, Devils, and Rangers, there's always next year. We have seen the election of 2 new presidents, Ronald Reagan and George Bush, who have significantly altered the economic and political landscape of these decades. We cannot ignore how AIDS has drastically changed the social climate of the nation. We have seen with millions of others the last episode of MASH, and now some of us regularly tune in with the rest of the nation to watch the exploits of a cartoon underachiever, Bart Simpson. In the last 4 years, while in high school, we've witnessed enormous change on a global scale. For much of the last 13 years, the world remained economically and militarily divided between 2 opposing blocs, that of the United States and the Soviet Union. Each felt protected under the delusionary umbrella of mutually assured destruction. As defense spending mounted, so did international tensions. Out of this came such tragedies as the downing of the Korean jetliner, the invasion of Afghanistan, and budget deficits which impeded social progress at home. However, more recently, there has been a narrowing of the chasm that separates these two blocks. What began as arms negotiations has progressed to the unification of Germany and the beginnings of freedom for Eastern Europe from Soviet domination. The Berlin Wall was built during the high school years of many of our parents, and now, during our years, it has been torn down. With the lifting of this symbol of the Iron Curtain, democracies have been installed. Clearly, this is a different world from the one that existed when we entered high school. The changes seem rapid and revolutionary in the political sphere. In just 5 weeks, we have fought and won an entire Middle Eastern war, which has altered the balance of power in that region. Now we await the results of the promise for a new world order. Extraordinary advances in technology have altered our existence as well. I believe that solutions to many of the problems of our world in the new decade and in the early part of the 21st century will evolve from the successful application of the advancement of science and technology as applied to public policy. It will be our challenge to adapt to an increasingly automated society. We must be a part of a new vanguard which will have the tools to access and analyze the huge quantities of information that may permit us to make the far-reaching changes that need occur to create a just social order. As a result of progress in transportation and communication, ours appears to be a shrinking world. Its decreased relative size is due to both national interdependence and increasing individual mobility. Our responsibility will be to respect and honor other cultures and values as they become more familiar to us. In this future world, where technology and industry serve us in an important way, we must balance the advances made by humankind with its effect on the environment. The preservation of a livable Earth is a critical goal that has been improperly and incompletely addressed in the past through short-sighted policies. It will be our role to mitigate the expanding array of detrimental global environmental forces through the protection of rivers, lakes, oceans, flora, and fauna. With much goodwill and effort by our generation, a worldwide era of genuine peace may come to pass in our lifetime. Certainly a knowledge of history and a sensitivity for the needed changes are essential. Have we been prepared for this challenge? On behalf of the entire senior class, I can answer this with a strong affirmative. We are extremely grateful for the remarkable efforts of the faculty and administration here at East Brunswick High School. They and our parents have supplied us with the background to begin our preparation for dealing with our changing world. We will always remember fondly our time here with them, even as we move beyond the yellow gate. Thank you.
I was reminded before coming here by a colleague that the Gettysburg Address took less than 2 minutes. Not exactly a comforting thought at this moment for someone who's not an Abraham Lincoln. A few weeks ago, I attended an assembly program with most of you. No doubt one last stab at exerting an influence on the positive side of your human nature. I didn't really want to stay, not being in the mood for a loud media attack on my senses, but a set of visual images captured me. There was a beautiful and a serene beach. A young boy bends down and lifts a starfish for inspection. When he sees that it's still alive, he casts it back into the ocean. I think the filmmaker must have read the same essay which I had just read by anthropologist, writer, humanist, and teacher Lauren Isley. The essay is called The Star Thrower, and not unlike that uplifting film, the lesson being presented comes through an experience with the natural world. In Isley's story, he approaches the star thrower, himself in a state of utter dark despair. He flounders for words and finally blurts out, "Do you collect?" The star thrower responds, "Only like this, and only for the living." Somewhere towards the end of the autobiographical tale, we see what he has discovered, that from moments of confusion and utter desolation can emerge the awesome freedom to choose. The thrower loves not man, but life. This awesome power to choose how to live is what you're now confronted with. I tread lightly when it comes to giving advice here. There is, I believe, an art to living. It seems that ultimately our greatest teacher is within each of us. If we can find the balance between knowledge and keeping our minds like those of young children, open, playful, creative, and loving, we must thoroughly consider and at times assertively question the illusions of life that our society can create for us. Isley calls this the human right to define your own frontier. I'd like to share with you one last lesson, which I'll be working on for the rest of my life. It comes from a Buddhist philosophy called right mindfulness. It has to do with compassion and awareness and experiencing fully each present moment, not sacrificing one experience while impatiently waiting for the next. May you all make your choices wisely and discover happiness and success, and may you all be star throwers. Good luck and go well.
About a month ago, I received a phone call from Washington, D.C., from the United States Department of Education. And as you all know at this point, that phone call told us that we were a national school of excellence. I believe that to be true, and I believe it to be true because of the parents, the grandparents, the faculty who is here en masse this evening, and most of all, because of you and the class, thank you, and the class of 1991, the 30th in the history of East Brunswick High School. You have a great deal to be proud of, and on behalf of the administration and the faculty that is here in attendance this evening to pay you honor, I say congratulations.
Members of the Board of Education, families, honored guests, and soon-to-be graduates. Graduation is an exciting and eventful occasion for the seniors of East Brunswick High School. And as students, you have distinguished yourselves, and this is a major reason why your high school has been designated a national winner in the United States Department of Education's program, which recognizes exemplary schools throughout the country. Quite an awesome achievement. We, the faculty, staff, and administration of East Brunswick, hope you have spent your time with us wisely. Your teachers have endeavored to challenge your abilities and help you grow, and I compliment and applaud their hard work. Your Board of Education has provided programs to best fulfill your needs and prepare you for the world in which you will face. The administration made sure that the atmosphere in the schools which you attended was one in which meaningful learning could take place. To the parents, I'm sure you're feeling a little confused this evening. On the one hand, I'm sure you're happy and proud to see your children completing their education at East Brunswick High School. You've offered your support, your love and guidance, and now you can plainly see the results of your efforts before you. But you also must feel a little sadness. Sadness that the youngster you have nurtured for so many years has grown into an adult and is no longer a child to be sheltered from life's hard and sometimes trying lessons. To the class of 1991, I wish you my very best. You have already lived through a very exciting time in history, and surely you will live through many more exciting times. You have seen people launched into space with the ability to return to Earth under their own power. You have seen miracles occur in the field of medical science, computer technology, and communication. And yes, you have even seen your high school join an elite group of schools to be cited for excellence. Be wise as you face the many choices life has to offer. Be careful as you test your new independence. And remember those who played a role in your past and those who helped prepare you for the future. But most of all, be happy in your future and continue to strive for excellence. Excellence can be attained if you care more than others think is wise, risk more than others think is safe, dream more than others think is practical, and expect more than others think is possible. It is the hope of everyone that your future be filled with happiness and alive with the promise of opportunity. Congratulations and good luck to one of East Brunswick High School's finest, the class of 1991. Dr. Seiden, members of the Board of Education, at this time it is a distinct privilege and honor for me as the Superintendent of Schools to present the East Brunswick High School class of 1991. And to certify that each student has successfully completed the program of studies prescribed by the state of New Jersey and the East Brunswick Board of Education required for a high school diploma.
Thank you. I know you're all very pleased to be here this evening and very proud of your accomplishments. Those who are surrounding you here this evening are also very proud of all that you have done. I must tell you, however, that it was not by your efforts alone or by good fortune alone that you have turned out as well as you have. The people who surround you, your parents, your families, your friends, and your teachers had an awful lot to do with it. And I'd like to ask you to join with me in showing them your appreciation. I especially want to thank the teachers who are here this evening. Your presence adds a special tone, and at the same time, it gives the rest of us here the opportunity to honor you along with our graduating sons and daughters. Commencement exercises are steeped in tradition, from the music that is played, to the academic robes that are worn, to some of the words that are said. We are repeating what has been done for generations to mark this important transition event. At the same time, we here are participating in some important firsts. Of course, you are the first graduating class from the nationally recognized Blue Ribbon East Brunswick High School. Also, you are the class that starts a new tradition in commencement exercises here at the Lewis Brown Athletic Center. Traditions are important. It is also important that we grow and develop and intelligently hold on to the best of the past while reaching forward to create an even better future. That is the challenge that I want to set before you. I ask that you cherish and hold dear those important values and ideals that have stood the test of time over the centuries, while at the same time not being a slave to the past. Looking to the past alone will not reveal the solutions to environmental pollution, racial, religious, and ethnic disharmony, poverty, hunger, nor disease. It has been said that history is a river that will take us where it will. But you have the power to navigate and to choose direction. Use that power and use it wisely. It is our hope that your education in East Brunswick has helped to give you the judgment and the wisdom to make those choices. Albert Einstein once said that education is what remains when one has forgotten all that was learned in school. It is that kind of education that you, who will lead this world for the next 50 years, need. Take your education, not just the facts and skills that you have learned, and apply your judgment to those decisions. When doing so, remember your commencement of 1991 and understand the importance of being true to tradition while reaching forward to make a better world. On behalf of all of the members of the East Brunswick Board of Education, I want to wish you good luck and Godspeed in those important endeavors. Dr. Kopko and Mr. King, on behalf of the East Brunswick Board of Education, I accept the recommendation of the administration of East Brunswick High School and of the school district, and I direct that the class of 1991 be awarded their diplomas.
Spencer H. Parker. Scott E. White. Brian S. Slater. Joshua Block. Rachel M. Schwartz. Mark G. Dubin. Heather Michelle Lipson. Christopher Robert Hickey. Sean Christopher Byer. Edward H. Haas. Teresa L. Brown. Tracy Kalin. Shannon Marie Bowman. Jacqueline Tortoriello. Malik J. Simon. Faisal Aziz Alam. Robert G. Bell. Frank J. Barbara. Michael Robert Barnes. David John Calabro. Matthew Baumwell. Leonard Beckerman. Miram Bendat. Brian Benton. Johnson J. Bhaskar. Neil Bianchetti. Anthony Billings. Stephen Chan. Kenny Dengfeng Chan. Sherman Charles. Daniel S. Chauner. Joseph Chen. Stephen Cheng. Merrill W. Chung. Chris Christopher. Michael L. Singari. Billy Cohen. Brian M. Cohen. Michael Costagliola. Urban Cheeky. Keith A. Daly. Gabriel Aros. Catherine Ann Bagner. Sarah J. Baker. Elaine N. Barsoom. Tracy L. Bannister. Janine M. Bafumo. Lambert G. Balandras. Angel Bertos. Tracy A. Billings. Sherry Nan Blumenthal. Jennifer Ann Boylston. Wendy Nicole Bykowitz. Wilson Fan. Michael Feldman. Noel Forma. Corey Scott Foreman. Evan T. Frisch. Joseph Paul Garman. Richard Gardella. Gail Audrey Garson. Thomas Forster Gurman. Robert Michael Giacconi. Matthew S. Giglia. Brian M. Glazer. Susan Michelle Goebel. Ivan K. N. Go.
Good job.
All right? Yeah, we're doing all right. So
Doing very well. Okay, here we go. Merritt.
Merritt Davin. Sandra Marie Del Piano. Danielle DeMarco. Claudine Marie Denito. Isabel Desiree Diaz. Jonathan Downs. Diana Dreyer. Nicole Marie Duckett. Wendy Ann Eisner.
Erie.
Nicole M. Erie. Jesse Irvin.
Baxter there.
Lodan Pascoda.
Feiner. We got you.
Stephanie Feiner. Cheryl Finnemore. Martin Horvath. Gregory Allen Hoyt. Mark Hoyt. Sajiv Aris Hassan.
Bassem Abraham.
Bassem Abraham. Joseph E. Inzerillo.
Christian John.
Christian R. Jam.
Hey, look, cheers.
Rebecca S. Khan. Scott Kammerer. Andrew Alec Kaplowitz. Ted M. Kartzman. David Katz. Michael Katz. Russell B. Katz. Bridget Leigh Gilmore. Cheryl E. Goldberg. Diana Maria Gonzalez. Heather Gutzman. Dana J. Gottlieb. Laura Grand.
Gregorowitz.
Arthur Gregorowitz. Crystal Lee Habib. Alicia Harden. Gretchen Harris. Allison Mara Heck. Erica I. Heitner. Lisa Carey Herman. Ingrid Sloan Hurt. Edel Kwok. Winston W. Lay.
Lakin.
Brett Scott Lakin.
Leno.
John Leno. Andrew Michael Lake. David Scott Landau. Brett A. Langbert. James LaPushner. James Lee. Stephen Lee. Thomas Lee. Daniel Charles Lightman. Adam Michael Levine.
Levitus.
Robert Levitus. Heather L. Kisco. Dara B. Klein. Heidi Lynn Klein. Nomi Dale Kleinman.
Knaus.
Sierra Adrian Knaus. Nancy Kolakowski.
Kulik.
Bonnie G. Kulik.
Levin.
Stacy Leben. Charles Levine. Nicole Rachel Levine. Tammy E. Levine. Nancy R. Levinson. James W. Mikalski.
Season wine. Michael Tots.
Michael Seasonwine. Mitchell L. Moffett. Peter Morgan. Alan B. Westman. Eric D. Mundis. Samuel R. Murphy III. Darren Mudnick.
Niclario.
Robert Niclario. William John Nadonley Jr. Amrit M. Nambiar. Daniel T. Nestor.
Lim Yun.
Lam Hang Nguyen. Nicole Lasiki.
Oh, sure. Thanks. Eli Livingston. Sandra Marissa Lario. Jennifer Lynn Lukex. Kamala Malapaka. Robin Mendel. Sylvia Mangone. Christian Mantilla. Heather D. Marsh. May Nisaud. Dawn Matthews. Kathleen Marie McCaffrey. Sunil Patel. Amy Jane Meckelberg. Brian Post. Michelle Power. Andrew Ratska. Sham Rakvin. Amila A. Ranadiv. Christopher R. Randall. Melissa Rapp. Alan Raffaelli. Michael J. Reisner. Anthony I. Riccadelli. Thomas Riccadelli. Glenn Thomas Robertson. Jenny Lynn Rajewski. Adrian Craig Rose. Christine Rose Mello. Janice Mendez. Roxanne Felice Meyer. Jennifer K. Myers. Elise A. Mickelson. Colleen Miller. Jody Mintz. Lori Mulbert. Deborah Malloy. Lynn Marie Napolitano. TV Nagjin. Janine O'Brien. Jody A. Ogrodnik. Jason Schwartz. Stephen Shalasios. Michael Seal. Mark R. Seiden. Robert M. Seidler. Stella Maria Serpa. Rima Shah. Malcolm Shea. Lawrence D. Schulman. William R. Sills. Ian Miles Silverstein. Heather Simon. Jonathan Simon. Anne Marie Perry. Janine Petrelia. Michael Pilato. Karen A. Pallone. Dory Lee Pomegrants. Donna Marie Pope. Ross Philip Sudi. Stacy Pulaski. Esther Reed. Lynn M. Regan. Jane P. Reisman. Mark Rios. Franciella Riviere. Michelle E. Waltner. Vivian H. So. Vitaly Turin.
Archana Vactra. Michael Van Leeuwen. Robert Van Prague. Andrew Robert Varga. Alan Vino. Kasha K. Vora. Yogesh C. Waggle. David Adam Wasserman. Ryan Weissman. Michael Weiss. Michael J. Weiss. Mark R. Haney. Yoon Ning Wong. Andrea Warnowitz. Jae Young Young. Sylvana Sapraska.
Thank you.
Jennifer Zager. Angela Zaki. Sandra Zolhowski. Karen M. Hussey. Hillary M. Zelinsky. Susan B. Twitchell. Cheryl Unowitz. Tammy Vitale. Kana Mi. Jocelyn Pugh Young Sung. James Cass. Matthew Runn. James Michael Kale. Joseph Russo. Hung Tini Ying. Michael Lieber. Sherry Lisa Schwartz. Dara A. Meta. Michael J. Pachos. David J. Rosenberg. Allison Sarah Rossbrook. Elisa Beth Stein. Patricia A. Brewer. Gina Mercedes Hernandez. Robert A. Hart. Matthew Scott Gold. Sheldon Howard Gunchar. Stephanie Jill Gindell. Michelle Walkowitz. Lori S. Frost. Mark Ellison. Amanda Sarah Breen. Kartik M. Basra. David William Beck. P. Luke Adams. What? Lori Chung Yen.
Kirsten I. Johnson. Jean Marie Lawler. Jody Israel. Jennifer Ward.
Wazlewski.
Michelle Wazlewski. Diane Lynn Webster. Holly A. Weckstein. Bridget Weigel. Sarah West Weisler. Jennifer L. Wetzel. John Kirk Whitman. Allison Weeder. Carmen Wong. David J. Schnall. David Ziegler. Donna Gail Zalkman. Amin Yosef. Michael Ying. Alfred Michael Yanon III. Michael Wu. Holly Witzer. Scott J. Whitland. Eric Winters. Stacy D. Williams. James P. White, Jr. Kevin J. Wyant. Dana Michelle Spector. Stacy Sorrentino. Jennifer Small. Susan Skolsky. Susan Simons. Amy Silverman. Carolyn Silver. Julie Ann Schernius. Gillian L. Shapiro. Sanal Provencha. Erica E. Seligman. Tara M. Schoen. Stacy J. Schnitzer. George Sai. Chang Fun Sai. Daniel Tricarico. David L. Tepp. David Tagliatella. Joseph W. Shatowski. Jonathan Swire. Mohan Supermanian. Stephen Staloff. Sanjay Savastava. Jeffrey Michael Snyder. Joshua S. Smith. William J. Sleevan. Matthew Bryant Skirby. Harla Lynn Secular. Claudine Tuminia.
Just stop.
Jennifer Corin Tamori.
Juan Tejeda.
Juan Tejeda. Lisa Kai Tyne. Edith Tomas. Erica Zato. Colleen P. Swick. Meredith Joy Sundak. Jane L. Suckus. Prabha Sukumaran. Seema Sagan. Kristen L. Stout. Denise A. Stoor. Chet Evan Schwartz. Matthew H. Schumann. Stephen M. Sattinger. Brian A. Sattinger. Kade Sandiford. Juan Salvadores. Jeffrey Sachs. Barry M. Sapsovitz. Brian Rupp. Eric Rosenberg. Gabe Rosenstrauss. Teresa I. Rossi. Stephen Arthur Zins. Bradley Ian Rose. Leslie Sassoon. Christina Marie Samulka.
Maria Carmina Sarmiento.
Maria Carmina Sarmiento.
Sherry Sudati.
Sherry Sadot.
Rudau.
Andrea Beth Rudau. Christine Ann Ruck. Kevin Michael Ruck. Meredith Robin Rosenberg. Penny L. Rosenberg. Stacy Colleen Rosen. Annette M. Rojek. Jennifer R. Robinson.
Estoncia.
Estoncia Robinson.
Pollock.
Ryan Pollock.
Piscopiello.
Michael Piscopiello.
Emilio Perez.
Angel Emilio Perez.
Pelagal. Move up. Let's go.
David Allen Pelagal. David Pearl. Matthew Pazinko. Neil Paulvin.
Anand Patel.
Anand Patel.
Papadopoulos.
Van Papadopoulos.
That's great.
Ronald M. Opoleski. John Patrick O'Neill. Raymond S. Offenberger.
Nova Solar.
Ari Nopasolak. Tri Nguyen. Jennifer Amy Paul. Avasi J. Patel. Nimisha Patel. Deborah Suzanne Passner. Alexandra Nicole Pascal. Carolyn Pan. Stephanie Palmer. Eileen O'Sullivan. Heather Osterman. Jennifer Christine Osowski. Karen Ortiz. Juliet Diana Oyal. Michelle Oppen. Bernadette O'Mara. Jason M. McClinsky. Paul J. Myers. David Z. Meltzer. Kevin McGowan. Sean C. McGow. Christopher R. McCullough. Anthony Mazzola. Diamanto Mateos. Brian Scott Mars. Douglas James Mullen. Stephen R. Luxembourg. Daniel Lipper. Glenn Lieberman.
Waywin.
Vivian Waywin Lynn. Susan Kerwin. Robin Kessler. Bess Katz. Samantha Joy Karsh. Lisa Karlewski. Jamie Karetnik.
Kalmanson.
Laura Kalmanson. Amanda Johnson.
Anouk Shaima.
Anouk Shaima Iyer. Joan E. Ivan.
Ayati.
Lauren A. Ayati.
Idevila.
Angelina F. Adevaya. Jennifer Ann Howard. Carrie Ann Hoffman. Gregory Kushnick. Michael I. Korn. Craig David Kolb. Michelle Lynn Knaus. Philip Klotzkin. Mitchell Klein. Jonathan M. Klein.
Let's go.
Sean Noel Kraus. Richard Preston Clancer. Jeffrey Kirsch. Ross B. Kimball. Jerry Kim.
Kerman Shahi.
Bobby Kermanshahi. Adam Charles Keller. Eileen Giblin. Dwayne Gibbs.
Antonella Giannicola.
Antonella Giancola.
Stephanie Getzik. Kim? Garahan, okay.
Stephanie Getzik.
Garahan.
Kim Garahan.
Garofalo.
Michael Garofalo.
Jennifer Gargiulo.
Jennifer Gargiulo.
Galliston.
David K. Gulliskin.
Let's go move up there, guys.
Alicia Friend. Deborah Lynn Fox. Marcela Darice Flores. Jennifer Flax. Eileen Flanagan. Melinda Diane Fisher. Jason Idrowitz. Brian Hoffman. Christopher Hugh Henry.
Haneen.
Mark Haneen. Lawrence Heck. Brandy Hartley.
Harari.
Nicholas S. Harari.
Zachariah. Congratulations.
Zachariah D. Halpern.
Miguel, way to go, bud.
David Halpern.
Miguel Herrera.
Miguel Guerrero. Eric Grossman. Adam Gross. Alan Gross. Adam M. Greenspan.
Aparna Dashputi.
Aparna Darsputi.
Gachowski.
Stephanie Lynn Duchowski. Carrie Lynn Daly.
Castagliola.
Rosemarie Castigliolo. Stephanie A. Cosner. Couldn't pronounce it. Sarah L. Cooper. Bonnie Cohen. Jennifer Lynn Cleary.
Kafrida.
Amy Cafrida. Irene Chu. Elma Yun Chang. Daniel J. Kavanaugh. Jennifer Lynn Cassidy.
Ziad Femi.
Ziad Fahmy.
Enton.
Jennifer J. Enton. Alan Eng. Heath Scott Elowat. Jason M. Dubinsky. Marshall Seth Dorfman. Mark Jacob Director.
DiPintino.
Natalie Dawn DiPiento. Pantino.
Diamond.
Ross Demon.
Deaver.
Sean D. Deaver.
Doachman.
Bradley S. Dutchman.
Roy A. Davis.
Roy A. Davis Jr. Ryan M. Daly. Noel Cantata. Bernard B. Kellen.
Karens.
Ian Andrew Cairns. Jeffrey R. Brown. Gregory M. Brown. Joel M. Brodsky.
Brockstein.
Nathan Brockstein. Jeremy David Bricker. Walter Lenwell Bradley. Sean Matthew Bookman. Deborah Michelle Bloom. Karen Bivens. Kevin Michael Burney.
Acacia.
Patricia Ann Acacia. Margaret Ackerman.
Allers.
Deborah Catherine Allers.
Arminio.
Daniel Arminio.
Barrett.
Derek R. Barrett.
Bailiff.
Jeffrey P. Bailiff.
Amiano.
Donna L. Amiano.
Anagnosta.
Tino Anagnostu. Diana Amoroso.
Michelle Amin.
Michelle Amin.
Iyad Assad.
Iyad Assad. Joseph Agnes.
Allen.
Claudia Allen.
Alcina.
Manuel F. Alcina.